Hello and welcome to episode 49 of the Throwback Podcast. I'm Mark from the Throwback Store. I'm here with Ginger Shaq. Whoa. How are we doing? Everything just started.
Yeah, I'm good. Are you good?
Yeah,
Is there a mild earthquake in St. Helens?
Rocking and rolling. If you're listening, you didn't see that. The screen just rocked a little bit.
But
yeah, I'm good.
All is well. Mark is fine. There isn't an earthquake in St. Helens.
There wasn't.
Because what we're trying to do is avoid natural disasters in third world parts of the world.
Wow. Third world countries. All-Star. We're going into All-Star first. Or do you... We've got in it.
We're not going to go into All-Star. We're not. Like people have been waiting a week for this pod, Mark.
Okay.
For one reason alone.
So we've done 49 episodes now of this podcast, and you've never wore any Philadelphia 76ers merch at all. Simmons moves, and then you wear the jersey. What's that all about? Well,
it's a throwback now, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So, what's your... Yeah, take it up. Perfect. That's better. I was hoping that was the Kareem Abdul.
Bizarre.
As soon as you took it off, I thought, if that's that jeweled jersey now, that's killed me. Do you want to give your opinion on the Simmons Harden trade? And then I'll give mine.
Yeah, I feel like I can probably give a less biased approach.
Probably.
It is two perennial all-stars that were unhappy in their current accommodations, finding new homes. I wish Ben Simmons the best. I love it already because we're seeing shots of Ben Simmons making threes in practice and in warm-ups. And as Sixers fans will tell you, it's like rocking horse shit.
Yeah.
The boy's gonna do it in them layup lines.
Yeah.
And then the game starts and his ass flaps like a flag in the wind. He goes, no, I ain't doing it. In all honesty, I understand people have been given, both sides, less so much. I feel like it's like a breakup where one person's over it more than the other. And Sixers fans have kind of took this approach where we're like, Ben's going anyway. Whatever. And then you've got some Brooklyn fans, not all of them, who are like, Harden's a bum. Fuck this guy. Blah, blah, blah. And my issue with it is, Mark, not to make it too serious, but these are the same people that are like, you can't judge Kyrie for his choices.
Yeah.
If Kyrie's not happy, he shouldn't and all this, and he shouldn't have to answer for his personal standings and what his personal life is. Well, you're giving James Harden crap. And as I said on Twitter last week, if I worked at Tesco and I was signed off due to stress, and then I got a new job at Asda, and I started my first day at work in Asda, well, that's because I'm at a new workplace.
Yeah.
So I've made a change. And I think what we don't give enough credit to is, with regards of the money being involved, the human being comes first. And me and you are in the lucky, fortunate situation as normal human beings that if we don't like a job, we can get a new one. We're not tied into multi-million-dollar contracts. Where ultimately my firm and my company can't get rid of me just like that.
Yeah.
Or move me to somewhere else where these players can. And I think because of players enforcing a trade, in what appears Harden has done, and I get this storyline around Harden, he did this in Houston, but in Houston the man carried a franchise on his back. He had Chris Paul at one point, and he had fucking Dwight Howard.
I'll tell you though, when he had Chris Paul, if Chris Paul hadn't got injured, they'd have beat the Warriors. I'm telling you that now.
But for me, it's just that's my big problem with it. Is basketball-wise, the Sixers lost a big point guard. And they got James Harden. Is a shooting guard, point guard, however you want to look at it, combi guard, whatever. In my opinion, the Nets won the trade. Because I think the Sixers gave up a lot more than the Nets did. I believe Seth Curry went the opposite way, which I honestly believe should never have been part of the bargaining tool. But I suppose if you've got to give up one of that young core, like
Maxi,
you don't want to give them up, you had to give up Seth. Philly as themselves just wanted to have good players on court, and they haven't for the whole season. Brooklyn were a little bit more fortunate in vaccine mandates changing. Potentially Kyrie can play in home games. They've still got KD. It wasn't as much of an issue for them. It makes me uncomfortable. They've both got new numbers. Like, it makes me feel a little bit weird inside.
I did like what the Nets did. Ben 10. I did like that.
Yeah, that was
cool. Quite cool. That was quite cool.
And obviously for James, they've gone just number one.
Yeah.
Because he wants to replicate, I believe, Ahmed Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants to replicate T-Mac with any luck. My opinion on it all. So, firstly, I wasn't happy that we gave up Seth Curry. I thought that, and who else did we give up? Andre Drummond. But you pull that face. But a lot of Embiid's success this season is because Drummond's been coming off the bench and kind of giving him chance to rest. So, although I'm not a massive Drummond fan, I think that's what you've got to take that into account. As soon as Harden signed, he signed his extra year, his player option. So obviously that was part of the deal that if he was coming to Philly, he was going to sign his player option for next season. So he's going to be here for a year and a half. We've gone all in pretty much now. This is it. It's now or never, these next 2 seasons. I think as a fit, Harden's a better fit for Embiid than Simmons was. I think they play in 2 different areas of the court. With Simmons being reluctant to shoot, Harden obviously is a shooter, probably one of the best shooters in the league. So they're not clogging up he's not clogging up the paint. I think the rules that have changed this season, I think that's what the referees giving less fouls. I think that's what give Harden a little bit more trouble. He was used to going to the free throw line a little bit more. I think that's why he struggled for the net. And I just think the whole Kyrie Irving thing it's obviously affected the locker room. And I was hearing that Harden wasn't happy about them going through Durant rather than him for a couple of the plays. Egos there, completely understand it. Harden believes he's the best player in the world. Durant believes he's the best player in the world. I'm sure Joel Embiid's going to believe he's the best player in the world, which he probably is at this moment in time. At this moment in time, there's no better player in the NBA than Joel Embiid.
DeMar DeRozan.
He's definitely not. He's definitely
DeMar DeRozan.
not. He's definitely not. What's he averaging?
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's my.
Just gonna check.
That's my thought. Yeah, check. The interesting question is, I suppose, once you've checked who's averaging more points this season.
Just having a look now.
Well, it's fine. I'll have a look too because I know facts can become a little bit shaky on here.
So for this season, he's averaging 27.9 points a game.
Who is?
DeMar.
So who's averaging the most points? Embiid or DeRozan?
Joel Embiid is averaging 29.3.
So it's Embiid then, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Embiid's the best player in the league, no without a doubt. I've never denied that.
Yeah. So the question I was going to ask is, who do you feel has got the better starting five now out of the Sixers and the Nets? Obviously,
the Nets.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I mean, you got like
who's playing point guard?
Okay, so we'll take out the vaccine mandate and all that jazz, right? And they've got a potential starting five of Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
You could probably stick Seth Curry at the 2 guard.
Yeah.
Small forward, you're going to have KD.
Yeah.
Power forward, you might as well have Ben.
And
Andre Drummond.
It'll have to be, won't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can play like small ball and have Blake at center.
Yeah, I did see the other day, another thing that I seen was they've got a starting five of, who was it? Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, who are both number 1 picks. Kevin Durant, that's a number 2 pick. Blake Griffin, that it's a number 1 pick. And who was the last one? Aldridge, who was a number 2 pick. So they've got a starting five who are potentially 5 top 2 picks in the draft, which is crazy. Don't
get me wrong, the Sixers starting five is solid.
Oh, definitely. I think,
but stats-wise,
my issue is that in Philly we needed Ben to score. In Brooklyn, they don't need Ben to score; they just need him to facilitate. You've got Kyrie, you've got Durant, who will score every day of the week. Like, it's just keeping everybody fit, I think, in Brooklyn. And it's getting the locker room. Ben Simmons is going to need to get the locker room. Like, there's definitely a players' union, regardless. And I think players will look at what Simmons has done and how he spat his dummy out. It's completely different with Kyrie. Kyrie is kind of doing this as a man of the people. He doesn't need to not play at home. It's just he's not having the vaccine for pro-choice, and I completely understand that, and that's brilliant. What Ben Simmons did was spat his dummy out and sat on the sideline for 6 months and said, I'm not playing because you held me accountable. Yeah. And if he can't handle accountability, surely his new teammates are going to be looking at him going, right, you're going to be held accountable here too. If you don't do what you're asked to do, then this is what's going to happen. It's going to happen again. So he's going to have to gain the trust.
Maybe there's been a realization that Ben Simmons isn't a top 2 guy in the team he plays for. And he can't be that guy. And for a long time, he was viewed as part of a dynamic duo, part of a franchise player. Now, regardless, he's playing with the number 1 vote setter and the captain of an all-star team.
Yeah.
Regardless of that, he's in terms of jerseys, probably not now, but I'm sure if we were to when we get to episode 70 and we look at jersey stats, Ben Simmons will probably be the third. Like if you're buying a City jersey for Brooklyn,
yeah,
they come out every year. I'm not talking about Icon or editions like that, like a new jersey. Then you're gonna get a Durant or an Irving.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think like it is what it is. Like I wish them both the best. I'm excited to see Ben back on court. I'm excited to see Harden in Philly. I think from a basketball point of view, teams don't particularly have to worry too much about playing Philly now, as much as teams not have to worry about Brooklyn. My point being, okay, now you don't have Harden on a Brooklyn team, but they've swapped a shooting guard and a slasher to the basket for a very strong, athletic player. And what the Sixers have done is played a season without that anyway. And they've had a shooter in Seth Curry.
Yeah.
And now you've got arguably a better player.
Yeah, definitely not arguably a better
shooter.
player. Definitely a better player.
Not a good shooter in respect to that. So, like, if you're playing the Sixers and you were making,
I'd argue that.
You'd argue James Harden's a better shooter than Seth Curry.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. I get that. I do get that. I think if you lined them both up, like if you put them in a 3-point contest, I think Seth Curry would wipe the floor of him.
Yeah.
I think we have a certain amount of bias towards James Harden because ultimately he gets more minutes.
Oh, no, definitely not. I just think, I think that Harden can shoot different types of 3-point shots. I think James Harden can shoot, and not even just 3-point shots. I'm not saying Seth Curry isn't one of the best shooters in the league, but James Harden for the last, 5 years has been up there with, if not the best 3-point shooter in the league, definitely up there with Steph and Lillard. I just think because Steph and Lillard do it in a different way and a little bit more highlight reel, I'd say if you looked at percentages, I think Harden would be right up there.
Oh, for sure, without a doubt. But I'm just excited to see how it pans out. Obviously, we're going to do one of these beautiful segues where we talk about what was a great moment, which was Harden being one of 2 players left to be picked.
Oh, yeah.
In the All-Star draft. And Kevin Durant picking Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, well,
so you've picked the French Rona monster.
Yeah, over James
Harden, which is ironic and funny.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But obviously Harden's now out, and he's been replaced by, I believe it's Jarrett Allen. I want to say,
is it Jarrett Allen?
I believe so. Which I'm going to be controversial and say might not be the best choice.
Yeah, probably not.
But it's probably to do with the fact that it's in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And he's already All-Star weekend anyway because he's in the skills contest.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. All the best.
Yeah, good luck to him.
That was probably the biggest move that happened. We can obviously touch on the fact that the Pacers and the Kings had quite a big trade in terms of Hield, Bagley.
Yeah.
And one other, I believe, went the opposite way for Sabonis and some other players.
Yeah, Hillary.
That was what it was. I mean, other than that, like the Sixers are quite quiet. The Bulls didn't do anything, although I have just not long seen that we're potentially acquiring Tristan Thompson off of waivers.
Wow.
Which I'm not mad against.
No, he's a decent player.
So that's an interesting.
I think the other one was McCollum leaving the Trailblazers.
Oh yeah. And in what we all believed at the time was okay. So I'll put it to you this way: you got Harden.
Would you rather have Lillard?
Yeah. Now I know our fellow Sixers fan in Mr. Shugzilla.
Yeah.
Is a massive Dame Lillard fan. So I haven't actually touched this subject with him, but I believe he would have been in Team Lillard over Team Harden.
I'd rather have Lillard than Harden. He's less problematic.
And is Lillard, because I'm just spitballing now, is Lillard one of the most overrated players in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, one of the most overrated players of all time.
Because he's in the NBA 75 and he shouldn't be.
Like, why is he in the NBA 75? And I like Lillard. I think Lillard's a great player.
Yeah.
There's been 75 better players than Damian Lillard, though. Yeah, I think Dame Lillard's a great player. And like I said, I'd rather have had Lillard than Harden. But there's been 75 players better than Dame Lillard. There's definitely he's never won, he's not won anything. He won Rookie of the Year and then he's not won anything since. He's not even been in. He had did he have a season where he was almost MVP?
Yeah,
Become third, I think.
Argue it, yeah.
But no, you've got it. He's definitely overrated. But I feel he's a good player. He's a great player, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He does a lot. He does a lot, and he's very loyal, which you don't really see in the NBA now. So I suppose that
he's like the Ryan Giggs of the NBA.
Yeah.
In fact, do you know, he's like the Mark Noble of the NBA.
Yeah, that's a better one. One fuck all, but one fuck all, but
most likely have something named after him.
Yeah, he'll have a statue outside.
Oh yeah. Right. So all-star teams.
Yes.
The Team Durant off the bat. You got Kevin Durant, not going to play, injured.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Hamarant.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins.
I know.
Trae Young. Reserves of LaMelo, Booker, Gobert, Levine, Middleton, Murray, Towns, and Draymondo.
Yeah.
Obviously, Draymond won't play. He's injured. So that's a solid team. And then you've got Team LeBron, which is LeBron, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Curry, DeMar DeRozan, Jokic, and for whatever reason, on the NBA website, LeBron again.
Why not? Why not have LeBron twice?
And obviously the reserves are Jarrett Allen, Jimmy Butler, Luka, Darius Garland, James Harden, Donnie Mitch, CP3, and Fred Van Stinky Feet Vliet.
Did LaMelo Ball not get chosen?
Yeah, he's Team Durant.
Oh, is he?
Did say that earlier.
Sorry.
Not listening again. Just happy you're not yawning, to be honest.
I'm not. Well, I had a good early night last night. I've not been well.
Good lad.
I've not been well. I've been really...
You're not. I've seen that. You had to buy yourself some shoes.
Yeah, I did. I did buy myself some shoes. Should we get on to shoes, or do we get the shoes out? Do we
go on?
They're just the 75th anniversary dunks. I don't know whether you got a pair. Did you get a pair?
I didn't know. But I really rated them because they're Chicago colors.
Yeah, I seen somebody with them on. I've never really been into dunks like yourself. I seen somebody wearing them. One of my mates wearing the dunks, and I was like, "Oh, they bang them." They've got the I don't know if you can see it. They've got the diamond.
Yeah, I see that
on the front.
Did you we'll keep it polite, but did they we know what dunks retail for?
Yeah.
And were they just a little bit more
not really. How much do dunks retail for? About
100.
Bang on 100.
Like $89.95, I think.
Wow. Well, yeah, I paid a little bit more than that. No, they were. I got them from eBay, which I don't really normally buy kicks from eBay.
But I've sold a few pairs on eBay, and they're all right.
Yeah. So the authenticity guarantee thing now on there. So that was pretty cool. So they were 150. They were.
I'd pay that. I'd pay that.
Which isn't bad. Bad.
So my latest pickup has been these bad boys.
Crocs.
Yeah.
Crocs for the win. Have you got any gibbets? Is that what they're called?
Yeah. I've not got gibbets.
Well, you have, but just not on your Crocs.
I have on my Space Jam Crocs, but
yeah. Oh yeah, you've got Space Jam Crocs as well.
Okay.
Fuck's sake. But going off that and sticking with obviously the 75th anniversary and all this kind of stuff. They've changed. I don't know why. They've changed the skills challenge.
Yeah.
So what's that? Why is that?
I don't know why.
What is it going to be? What is it going to be changed to?
So, I'll read the official NBA website. Under the new Taco Bell Skills Challenge, 3 teams, the Antetokounmpo brothers, honestly, they put that in there just to mess me up.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers and a trio of rookies will compete in a new format that features 4 events.
I was seeing that. So the teams are.
So you've got Giannis, Giannis, and Alex Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, you've got. Was it? Let me see if I can remember. Is it Garland, Allen, and Mobley?
Yeah.
And Gidley, Cade Cunningham, and the other one, Jalen. No,
so it's Scotty Barnes.
Oh, is it Scotty Barnes?
Yeah,
from the Raptors, having a great season over there.
So round 1 is overall players from each team will participate individually. Each player has 30 seconds to shoot from 5 different spots on the court, ranging from 10 to 30 feet. Players cannot repeat the same shot consecutively.
Okay.
The highest score team will win 100 challenge points. The next one is a passing challenge. The next one is a relay challenge. So each player must complete the course, which has 5 skills. So basically, they've got the skills challenge, but they've stuck it in between there.
Yeah.
And then you've got the final round, which is a half-court shot.
Oh, okay.
Which is probably one of the new cool ones. You've obviously got your dunk contestants.
Let me see. Let me see if I can remember them. So we are. Zach Levine's in it.
No,
he's not. Obi Toppin's in it.
Yeah, that guy from the Westchester Knicks. Yeah.
And that's all I remember. I remember Zach Levine's in the 3 though.
So we've got Cole Anthony, Juan Toscano Anderson from the Warriors.
I love Cole Anthony, by the way. Just want to put that out there. I think he's an absolute real one.
OBT and Jalen Green.
Jalen Green. I knew I'd seen Jalen Green somewhere.
The Mountain Dew 3-point contest.
Zach Levine.
CJ McCollum.
Trae Young.
Yeah. Zach.
And there's like about 8 of them, isn't there?
Desmond Bane from the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah. Great shooter, though, for a big man.
Fred Van Stinky Feet Vliet. One that I never thought I'd honestly see. Like names that when they got drafted, I never imagined this guy would be at All-Star Weekend. Luke Kennard.
Great shooter, though.
Patty Mills.
I remember many moons ago when the All-Star game, I'll give you a statistic here and see if you can get it. A 7-footer won the 3-point contest and a 5-footer won the dunk contest.
7 foot. No, I'm not getting it. It wouldn't be. It's not Manute Bol.
No. Dirt won the 3.
And then Nate Robinson.
Yes. I remember. I was like, that is crazy. That is a statistic for years to come that'll be on a quiz somewhere.
And we will win it.
Yeah, we will.
Actually, I have only ever entered one NBA quiz, and I came second last.
Out of 2 people.
Yeah. So while we're talking about All-Star, you've got the Clorox Rising Stars, which has also had a revamp.
Yeah.
And they're obviously got 4 teams. There's Team Rick Barry, Team Gary Payton, Team Isaiah Thomas, Team James Worthy.
Crazy.
So Team Rick Barry is Cade Cunningham, Dyson Daniels from the G League Ignite, Evan Mobley, Isaac Okoro.
Whoa, wait. You've got G League players in it.
Yeah. Just Sean Tate, Franz Wagner. Team Isaiah Thomas is Precious Ashua, Desmond Bane, Sadiq Bey, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Jaden Hardy and Isaiah Stewart.
That's going to be a hard team to beat, that, you know.
You say this. Team Peyton is LaMelo Ball, Scotty Barnes, Ayo Donsuma, Chris Duarte, Scoot Henderson, Jonathan Kuminga, Jaden McDaniels, and Davion Mitchell.
The cum bucket is in there.
Yeah. Right. And then Team Worthy, who low-key might be, well, they're who you're going to have to battle for, but Cole Anthony, Marjon Beauchamp from G League Ignite, Josh Giddey, Jalen Green, Herbert Jones, Tyrese Maxey, and Jalen Suggs.
Isn't it crazy that Maxey wasn't even in? Was he in the one last year, actually? I think he might have been. Now I've said it. I think he might have been.
I think the biggest thing out of that that's crazy is Ayo Donsuma being the 32nd pick, I believe, in the draft. Yeah. So big up to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. What do you think of all the jerseys?
I'm going to be honest, over the complete consensus of this entire All-Star weekend, they are a steaming pile of dog shit.
I'm just trying to steer clear of all Nike products at the moment.
I can't say that if I got offered a DeMar DeRozan, I wouldn't take it.
Don't get me wrong, the Authentics are great. Like when they suit up in these jerseys, they'll probably look great on court. So let me just say that. I just think that the Swingman versions are just, I don't know, they just look dead in the water, every single one of them. Like normally you'll get either the rookie sophomore or, do you know, like the world against the USA or whatever one you get. And there's normally one where you go, oh, actually. But this year, I just can't get behind any of them. I just don't understand the concept behind it.
I just think we had this on the last podcast. I just think it's a bit lazy.
Yeah.
But speaking of things that aren't lazy but could be lazy, because it's just the same.
Yeah.
Is the amount of people that tagged me in this.
And
I almost feel it's down to this podcast.
Yeah, as they should.
Is
the PSG 4th kit. Yeah, so G-Shaq had the blue one. The white one is out now. And I'm a big fan. It'd go perfectly with those dunks that I've just shown you.
It would.
Yeah.
And my viewpoint is it would go perfectly with them.
Yeah, it would. It definitely would. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the new PSG.
I'm just a bit dubious because man likes food, and that be white.
Yeah, I like spicy food too, so that normally comes coloured. Yeah, that's normally red, orange, something like that,
and got some layer of grease or oil in it. So,
oh yeah, for sure. But the
whole range is nice, like the stuff that's come with it.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of T-shirts and I think a hoodie as well, which was really nice. But the PSG have done that, haven't they, over the last 3 or 4 seasons? Yeah, 3 or 4 now, won't it? Since they've been collaborating with Jordan, they've made some insane kits. I'm just wondering what they do once Mbappe leaves and probably Neymar. I can see Neymar going, I don't know where, probably City or somewhere. But
I mean, to be fair, I think he's injured at the minute because his sister's birthday's coming up again. So
wow, that's
obviously he has to fly to Milan to go and buy her underwear again.
Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? That was
suspect behavior, innit?
Strange little relationship those guys have got. And just before we go, we have finished. I've had so much on with the throwback store, the raffles.
They're banging, by the way.
Yeah, they've all completely sold out. I've done 3. I think I'm gonna have a minute with them now. We've done 3 over the last 3 weeks and they've all sold out. I don't want to kind of overdo it.
Saturate the market.
Well, exactly, yeah, exactly. The Kobe, which is here, which will be raffled off Saturday. We'll do a live raffle on my Instagram live. That will be the last raffle. But on what day is it? I've got something special for everybody coming on Tuesday this week. On Tuesday, something. So
the 22nd.
Yeah, the 22nd. Yeah, 22nd of the 2nd, 22. Yeah, we've got something special dropping then. Just a little thank you to everybody. That one will be. Then we've got the stock preview for the 5 years of throwbacks drop on the 28th of Feb. Then on the 1st of March, which will be 5 years since I started the throwback store, there'll be a massive giveaway. The biggest giveaway I've ever done. There's going to be kind of bit of a.
Is one of the giveaways a night with Mark Murray?
Yeah. That is what it is. I was going to say it's going to be a box filled with like vintage and throwback stuff, but really it's just going to be me in a box. So it's up to you if you want to get
involved. Both similar, vintage and throwback stuff. Past its prime, has a funny smell.
Yeah, definitely, exactly the same. So that's on the 1st, and then on the 4th, the 5 years of throwbacks drop. It's the biggest drop that I've ever done. There's going to be close to 150 pieces dropping, mostly 90s champion stuff, some newer authentics, some older authentics, some t-shirts, some sick snapbacks. I've got some really sick vintage snapbacks, some hoodies, some sweats, some jackets, yeah, all sorts of stuff. So keep your eye out for all that coming. And then it's the nicely falling in to around about the 5-year anniversary will be the 50th episode, which is great, which that'll be dropped somewhere in the midst of all this. So hopefully hopefully we can get that filmed next week and possibly drop it on the same night as the giveaway announcement on the 1st of March. So it's like the 50th episode on the 5-year anniversary, which would be nice. And on the 50th episode, we've got some special guests. It's not just one. It's not just 2. It might be 3. It might even be 4 special guests. We might have different people popping in and out.
I'll be honest, it's not Take That, so don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, it's not. It's Boys to Men.
I'd fucking love that, you know.
Yeah, so would I. Well, it is similar. It's men to boys, probably better way to put it.
That's the creepiest thing you've ever said, and not.
Yeah. Well, they're supposed to be men, but they all act like boys. So that's exactly what it is.
Ciao.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot coming with the throwback store, and can't believe we've almost got to 50 episodes.
Yeah, like hopefully on the 50th episode we get 50 views on YouTube.
Yeah. Instead of like 250 views, 250 listens on Spotify, and then 20 views on YouTube. Yeah, but I do appreciate everybody listening. Anyway, whether you listen on Spotify or Apple or wherever else, or you watch on YouTube, you might just not want to see us. That might be what it is, which is understandable as well.
It's not, but okay.
Yeah, I'd love looking at you.
Same. Like people are missing out.
I think so.
Like if we didn't do video podcasts, I wouldn't have spent
$9,000 on clothing.
And
yeah, right. Well, we shall see you on episode 50. which will be coming very shortly. I hope you have a great week. Thanks for all the support, and we shall see you next time. Peace.